her dress everywhere. I really didn't want to hold her sticky, chocolatey hands, so I asked the party girl's mother if I could clean Bella up before we left. Seriously, if you had seen those hands, you wouldn't have touched them either. But that might be just me. Me and Muck have this thing. We just don't get along. Once I'd washed her hands the best I could with her wriggling like an eel, I told Bella to wait outside so I could, use the bathroom. When I came out, she was crying and rubbing her head. "What happened?" I asked. "That stupid Tommy Pike," she wailed. "He ran up the stairs and pushed me over and I banged my head on the wall." Tommy Pike was only 7 or something, but he was molto violent, and he kept being mean to Bella. The first time was just after he joined our school, when he pulled her hair really hard and made her cry. Then he started tripping her over in the playground and taking things out of her pencil case and throwing them at other kids in the class. When we walked to the front door to leave the party, Tommy Pike poked his head around the kitchen door and grinned. I took Bella's hand and gave him my evil death stare. That usually works on Bella, but he just stuck his tongue out at me and ran away. On the way back home, with me holding Bella's hand, which was now a bit clean, but not extremely, we passed the playground. A man was sitting in the sandpit playing with a little girl. The girl was only about 2. She was pouring sand out of a plastic cup and talking to herself. Doing that at my age would be a molto stupido thing to do, and I was busy thinking about that when Bella stopped walking. She stood still, turned to the side and looked at the little girl and her dad. She was still holding my hand and everything, but she just stood there watching them. I tried to pull her away, but she didn't budge. "Bella," I said, "come on, will you?" But Bella didn't say anything. She just stood there, staring. The little girl climbed all over her dad's legs, smearing sandy footprints onto his trousers. It would have really bothered me, but he didn't seem to mind. Then she plonked herself onto his lap. The little girl rested her head on her dad's chest, and he put his arms around her and stroked her hair. Bella stood there gazing at them. I had to stand there too, because I couldn't let go of her. I'd promised Mum I'd hold Bella's hand all the way home, and I knew Mum would check. So we watched the man and his little girl, which is a weird thing to do if you think about it. The man looked up and his face was like, "What?" But he didn't say anything. I glanced at Bella, trying to figure out what she was doing. And then I saw it. It was huge. A gigantic fat tear leaked out of Bella's left eye and rolled in slow motion all the way down her cheek until it fell off her chin and onto her marshmallow dress. Then another tear followed from her right eye. I knew exactly what Bella was thinking. That little girl could sit on her daddy's lap, but Bella couldn't, because she didn't have a daddy. So I said, "Come on, Bella, let's go."